Yo, update. Okay. I have this behavior tree. What do? We figure out if we want to cast a spell and how we're going to cast, what we're going to cast, what we're going to do. If we don't have that, then we're going to move to the player. So if we lose the target, actually, really, we're never going to move. It's fine. Doesn't matter for now. Basically, I want to have normally the wizard needs to, the enemy wizard needs to cast spells. And then if it really turns out that he can't cast it or that he wants to cast a close range spell, then he will go closer to the player. Or if he's out of range, then this will fail and he will go closer to the player and this will continue on until he gets here. So, again, this will continually fail until he's in range and then he'll cast the right spell. Or, oh, now he's hurt. Now this will happen. So, oh, there's actually, yeah, that's fine. Okay, so cool. So what does this function, or what does this task actually look like? I updated it now. And so it's got a lot of shit going on. It's a lot. It's not spaghetti code. I could just have a reference to stuff here. But I don't know if this is implicitly saved. If this is like at the top of a function, where if these are basically in this task, these are basically parameters that I can then just reference over and over. If not, and I should save them, then I can do that. But for now I haven't, because I can easily remove these and then just put them under where they're needed. But for now, this is fine. So what do? Well, well, actually, let's just see what it looks like right now. So right now, right now, this rogue wizard is going to attack the player until he hurts himself, and then he's going to heal. And right now he roams around before, because he hasn't seen me yet. So he can do most of the spells. I don't want him to do any that kill himself. So that'll fuck my testing up. I'll just stand in front of him now. I need to add extra logic so that he, one, looks at where the player is. And, or looks like up and down, add some pitch to his look. And to do that, I need to update his control rotation, and I don't know how to calculate that yet, so I'm trying to figure that out. So, right now, he basically just looks at the player and then casts a spell. Right now, I have really good timing, so I'm just avoiding all of his stuff, but I can adjust that, make it smaller, bigger, whatever the hell. But yeah, he does damage. He has his own cooldowns, so if he happens to cast a spell and the page is out, then you'll see it fade. But all his spells work just like normal. He'll probably kill me here. Oh. Oh. Oh, see, he tried to... That might have been a bug, actually. But, yeah, one thing is, normally you look at the ground to cast Lightning Bolt. But he can actually just look at you and cast Lightning Bolt. So if he looks straight at you and casts it, fuck, that's hard to do. But normally you would just wait till someone hits the ground. But, yeah, it's another way. So what happens? Well, one, we check to see what are all the spells that he actually has. We check each one of the spells to make sure it's castable, because I don't care about them if they're not on, or I don't care about them if they're on cooldown. And then, what do? Well, we check to see, do we actually have any spells by the end of that? We've checked them all, but do we actually have any? If we don't, get out of here, go roam again. Or move towards the player, or whatever. Okay? If we do have some spells, what are we going to do? First, we're going to check to see if we need to heal, because that should be our priority. If we don't need to heal, then we should try and attack. If we don't want to attack because of whatever, for example, if we don't have a target set, we get the blackboard. The blackboard has an object as a target. It's a key. If it's not valid, if it's not set, if it's valid and set, then we probably want to attack. I'm going to update these real quick. Or how I want these. Maybe like that. That's fine. If there's no target, if it's false, then what are we going to do? That will be probably for now using one of the strategic spells like deodorant to increase the speed, increase movement speed, or blink to move, or shield, something like that, something not attack. It should be heal first, and then try and use maybe a close range spell, and then try and use a long distance spell. But for now, it's just use any attack spell, and then, or use a close range attack spell, and then use a far range attack spell. And then there'll be some more dynamic stuff too. And then the strategic ones too. And then I have little debug things. Well, how do we actually cast the heal spell? Well, one, I have arrays here that have all of the heal spells and all of the attack spells. And then we make a new array about the ones that we actually have. Because I don't want to just do a given one. I want to do a random one. So if we have multiple ways to heal, maybe I add special logic so that if he's really close to another wizard, instead of doing recover to self-heal, if he knows that his teammate is also hurt, he'll do Holy Light to heal both of them. But right now we don't have that. So right now we basically just say, okay, are we hurt? Yes, we're hurt. There's a key whenever the player, there's a service that regularly checks to see if the player if his health is below his max health. If true, then it updates a key to be called is hurt to be true because he is hurt. Then I'll make this look the same really quick. Boom, 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 something like that. Okay. So if we should heal, what do we do? Well, we need to check any of the possible healing spells and see if we have any. Okay. Do we have recover? If we do, add it to what we can do. If we don't do anything. Do we have Holy Light? If we do, add it to our list. Okay. Well, now what? Do we have any spells? If we don't, do nothing. Say that we want to heal, but we don't have any spells to do it. Okay. But if we do have one, if the array isn't empty, what do? We cast it. We get a random one of those. If it's just one, it'll be that one. But if there are two, it'll be 50-50. Then we'll cast that and then end. Same thing with attacking, okay? Do we have a target? I have some extra stuff too. Find the rotation or find the location of the actor get our current rotation or location, get the location of the actor of our object target. In the blackboard, the object the object is literally an object, so we actually have to cast it to even get its rotation because by default it's just an object. Actor inherits from object, so we need to actually cast to actor to get the rotation because objects don't have a rotation, actors do. So we get our rotation, we get its rotation, we calculate what the rotation would be to look at it, or our location, its location, and then we calculate the angle to look that direction, and we set our rotation to be there so it looks at the target. Then, these don't matter. Oh wait, what? Okay, yeah. I also need, it doesn't work yet. I need the enemy to look up and down too at the player, which means we also, when I rotate the pawn, the control rotation rotates, but only with the yaw. It doesn't rotate vertically. And I don't want to rotate the character with the yaw, or with the pitch, because then he's going to rotate like this. And I don't want to rotate the roll, because then he's going to rotate like this. So I want to just rotate him like this, but he also needs to look up. So I'll add it so that the control rotation syncs with the head, maybe. But he needs to be able to shoot up and down, because otherwise, if you're above him or you're below him, you're completely safe, pretty much. So once he looks at the player, we wait a second, and then we do the same shit. Right here, I have two little extra things that make this more complicated. It would be a lot simpler if it wasn't for these two. I don't want him to do Fire Blast, because frequently he'll cast it, and if he ends up forgetting about the player and he starts walking, he'll walk into it. I'm probably going to remove Fire Blast. It's probably not going to stay, but whatever. So for now, I just make sure the spell we're looking at is not this. We also make sure it's not Allahu Akbar, because then he'll just kill himself, and then my testing will go to waste. So what do? We check all the attack spells, okay? Do we have any of them? If out of our castable spells, we do have one, we do have it, and it's not one of these, add it to the list. Repeat. We've added them all to the list. How many do we actually have? Do we have any? If we don't, do nothing. Say that we want to attack, but we can't because they're on cooldown, and then end. Actually, this should be here. I don't want the task to fail right there. And then, yeah, because then we would use a strategic spell, another one like a buff debuff spell. And so, for now, it's just simple logic. So if we have a spell, if we don't have a spell, don't do anything, just end. But if we do have a spell to attack him with, then get a random one of them and cast it. Okay, sick. But what if we don't even have a target? Well, for now, do nothing. We say that 1, we don't heal because we're not hurt, and 2, we don't attack because we don't have a target, and then finish and fail. That will go down to the next part of the behavior tree, where he will move to the target, but if he had a target, he would have been attacking, because there's no shot that you're going to run out of spells. You can't cast all fucking 12 spells in a row, and the rogue has all 12, or I guess -2 because Fire Blast and Allahu Akbar. So 10 spells. You're not going to cast 10. And so he never runs out of the spells. So as long as he has a target, he's going to be casting this. So this never happens. But if it did, then he would move towards the player. But that's it. Basically, the guy just tries to kill the player. And that's it. I need to fix that shadow. Yo, blink. So we're here. He's trying to freeze us. Oh, he just hit. Nice. Blink. Blink. Holy light. Blink. Lightning bolt. Oh, shit. Oh, I hit him. Oh, and he healed, see? Freeze. Oh. Lightning bolt. Lightning bolt. Oh, I hit him, so he just healed. And he's going to try and heal again. Oh, actually. I guess he did try and do it? I'm not actually sure. I think I hit him after the calculation happened, so he thought he had the spell, but then it went on cooldown. Something like that. Freeze. Oh, see? So he instantly got hurt and used it. Oh. Oh, and he instantly flicked to me and did that. Holy light. Recover. Recover. Freeze. Blindness. Fireball. Yeah, see? So he'll prioritize healing himself, and then he'll attack. And so yeah, and he'll definitely kill you. So, next up he needs to actually look up and down, and then after that I need to add, well, yeah, after he looks up and down, that's the next thing, then, and I can set in his AI controller, I can set his control rotation, but I need to figure out the calculation to go not between two actors, but from him and get his control rotation to look here, which is different value-wise than, because the control rotation is based on world values. It's always like this, but the actor rotation, maybe not. I'm not super sure. And it's also in a, one of them is like -180 to 180. I think that's control rotation, whereas actor rotation is from 0 to 360. So those are different, I think. So once he's able to look up and down, then I need to add the next step. So check to see if we're going to do a close range spell or close range attack spell, if we're close enough. If not, are we close enough to do a long distance spell, a long distance damage spell? If not, then use deodorant and get closer to the player, or blink towards the player, or do something else, add some more smarts to him. And then I can worry about later on about, oh, he's hurt, flee, or use invisibility in strategic ways, things like this, and adding chance to it. So if he's hurt, he has a 50% chance of just healing himself, but the other 50%, he does invisibility, flees a little, and then heals. That way he's out of sight and whatnot, and can flank and stuff like that. Not like crazy smart, but I don't want to go super crazy into the nitty gritty, but yeah, I just wanted to be better still. Oh fuck, I should have kept that. NPC. So not the, oh, here's the service. The service is simple. It's literally every 0.1 seconds, because this is the tick, but you can set how fast the tick is. I have it at 0.1 seconds, so it's not bad. And then all we do is check, hey, cast to this guy. Sure, the casting repeatedly is not good, but it's 10 times a second. Okay, it's not the biggest deal. I can figure out a better way. If I need to add an interface, because interfaces are apparently more efficient than casting, okay, sure, I can easily do that. No biggie. But for now, I'm focusing on functionality, not efficient. Oh, hey, good. Hey, great, man. My fucking 8x8 Minecraft game runs in, well, my fucking Tetris game runs at 400 FPS. Oh, good. It's Tetris, buddy. I want it to be Minecraft. and then sure, maybe it goes down to 200, but then you can re-optimize it to go even higher. Or it goes down to 60, you can optimize it to get it back to 200 or 300 or whatever the hell. So I'm focused on functionality first. So what do? We cast to the guy. Why? Because pawns don't have health. We have to cast to get the class that he actually is, because in this case, sure, he is this base class, but he's also this derived class. So we can cast down to get to him, and then that will let us access the health and max health. If his current health is less than his max health, well, he's hurt. What do? We set the blackboard key that is a boolean called isHurt to be true. Or if he's not, he can't have extra, but if he's the same or healthier, if he's not hurt, then we set it to be false. That way, whenever we go and check the task that is casting the spell, we check. Well, are we hurt? If we are, heal. If not, go and attack. Boom. That's it. So tomorrow I need to work on making him look up and down. So here's the last commit. I need to make him look at the player up and down, meaning pitch, before casting an attack spell. And then I need to handle the different types, add more intelligence and whatnot. But that's it for now. For tonight. Jesus, I can't talk.